Hey there, Chicago Bears fans. It is your host here. It is Ryry, and it's that time again for discussing about the Bears matchup, this time with the Detroit Lions. This game took place yesterday afternoon at Soldier Field, and I'm so flippin' happy the Bears snapped their 10-game losing streak in the Bears division, NFC North. Wow, that is a long time. So Bears look very good on offense, defense, but not the kicker. He had a terrible game. Thank God this game did not come to the wire, because Bears will lose this game big time. Now, Bears signed Parker for a 3-year deal this offseason. Hopefully he'll get his head out of his behind. They better, because Nagy said that they're not looking for another kicker. They should. For a backup, they should release the guy who is not really important to the team. Release him, then sign a backup kicker. I know that's not how it goes in NFL. If he has a bad game, then hopefully he'll bounce back. It's the same thing we have to the Packers kicker. He had a crappy game against the Lions. Same thing the Bears face, but the Lions just dominate Green Bay. Green Bay is not good at all this year, bar none. Okay, they're barely in the playoff picture. Okay, they're not that good. The only guy who is very good is Rodgers. He lost his very favorite target. Is he went to Oakland Raiders, and then there's rumors that he might retire just because the Oakland Raiders are having a crappy year. Whatever. Nelson, I think. Nelson. That was his favorite target, but he was very unhappy. Mr. Rodgers. Whatever. It's all part of the business. So the Bears look very good, except Parker guy. He missed he missed 4 field goals, 2 extra points, something like that. He keep hitting that darn pole. I keep hitting that clunk. I mean, that could happen. If it goes in, that's great. If it goes out, then people are going to hit you for a big time. Hopefully, he could redeem himself next week if it comes down to the wire. Because next Sunday, Bears face the Vikings in Chicago, Sunday Night Football. They moved from noon to Sunday night because the Bears are playing very well. The Bears are now on a 3-game winning streak. They beat Buffalo. Buffalo Bills are not a very good team. They beat the freaking Jets, and of course, they beat the Detroit Lions. So hopefully they keep with this pace. And they got more wins this year so far, knock on wood, than last year. Bears only won 5 games, and they lost 11. Huge makeover, and I love how they play the ball. I mean, how they play football. Mr. Mitchell, he's not afraid to run a few yards, get an easy first down. Jay Cutler would never do that. He said, you know what, I'm just going to get hurt and hopefully get a concussion and get out of the game and let the backup take over. That's how he thinks. That's just my theory. Now, I want to discuss about this matchup. Okay, Mr. Mitchell, he had 355 yards. This guy was a freaking beast. 4 TDs. He was on fire, and Mac Attack was back, so he sacked a few times. So I'm very happy for his team. So I'm very, very happy. So let's see how Mitchell did. Okay, 23 out of 30. Not bad at all from my point of view. His percentage is 76.6, 355 yards. Wow. He's doing good. 11.8 yards, I think. 3 TDs, no picks, 1 sack. Not bad, okay? He's getting better each week. Let's see here. Okay. They ran a ball, okay, for Detroit. You know, Howard, once again, he didn't get no touchdowns. What the hell? I guarantee he's going to ask for a trade or release once his contract expires, or probably he wants to trade this offseason because they don't give him the darn ball. That sucks, but it happens. The little dude, I forget what his name is. He did pretty good. He got 1 touchdown. They need to give the running backs more touches because, like I said last week, when it gets more colder, like -2, they can't air it out. Right now it's okay. The temperature is above freezing, and the Bears should score more points and don't let Detroit get back in this game. But they play stupid ball late in the game and stupid penalties. It didn't matter from my point of view. They were close to win this game anyway. And now the Bears are now 6-3, still in first place in the NFC North. On the other hand, for the Detroit Lions, they're now 3-6 in fourth place. So that's kind of pathetic. They spent all that money on Matthew, and they can't get nothing done. They can't get nothing done. They got a new head coach. He used to be with Detroit. He used to be with the Patriots last year, and probably he says, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't get this head coaching job. They can fire him at the end of the year or what? I don't know. The team, I like other teams compete for the division besides the freaking Packers or the freaking Minnesota Vikings. Now, speaking of Packers again, they're not that good this year. Just because they got Aaron freaking Rodgers, they don't have a decent running game. I know they beat the Bears in week 1. The Bears beat themselves, okay? They should have won the game, in my opinion. I know loss is loss, and Aaron Rodgers made this big comeback in week 1. Hopefully, the next time the Bears face Green Bay, it will be in Chicago, and hopefully the Bears go hold on to the lead, If the Bears have like a 24-0 lead, just keep running it. Don't air it out because you know what's going to happen? You might get a pick 6, or a fumble, or a fumble recovery, or a safety. I know it's 2 points, but that motivation, Packers might have a big comeback, and once again, Packers going to beat the Bears. Hopefully, that's not the case. Our biggest rivals in the Bears division is the Green Bay Packers. The Minnesota is not really a big factor. Last year, they went all the way through the NFC title game, and they got their ass whooped, excuse my French, against Philadelphia, and eventually the Philadelphia Eagles won the whole thing. Speaking of the Eagles, what the hell was wrong with them? Okay, do they still got the Super Bowl hangover? Probably. So they gotta keep winning to get their, they gotta catch up to the Washington Redskins. So let's see what happens. Okay, now in our division is very tight. Okay, we are 6-3. 4-1 at home, very good. 2-2 away. Division 1-1, that's not bad. Overall in the conference, 4-1, 3-2 in the last 5 games. We got 3-game winning streak. And on the other hand, Minnesota, they had a bye week, so they are freshening up, and hopefully they could beat the Bears. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Viking fans want to beat the Bears. They 5-3-1. I hate that stupid tie. They need to get rid of that in the NFL. Hopefully they get rid of it sooner or later. Maybe they will do that in this year's, at the NFL winter meetings. 3-2 at home, 2-1-1 away. 1-0-1 in the division conference. 4-2-1, and the last 5 games 4-1. Not bad. They got a 1-game winning streak. Now for Green Bay, they 4-4-1. What a record! 4-0-1, 0-4. They never won a road game yet for the Packers. They will win eventually. 1-1-1 in the division conference is 2-3-1. In the last 5 games, 2-3-0. And for Detroit, 3-6, 2-2 at home, 1-4 away. Division 1-2, and conference 1-5, and the last 5 games in 3-2, and they lost 3 in a row. So Detroit just falling apart. So probably they're gonna end their season with their worst record in the division. That sucks. I want everyone in the Bears division compete for the division or a wild card. I know there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. You got the Saints, That sucks about Des Bryant. He's out for the rest of the year. Now they picked up the former Bears receiver Marshall. Hopefully he won't get hurt. Probably will. He needs to retire. He don't need to still play. The only way, he wants to compete for a championship. That's all I care about, and money plus extra money. So I just hopefully Bears have a good record. So far they have a pretty good record. I'm very pleased. But Bear fans, if it's like 17-16, 4 minutes left in the game, and it's third and goal, what should the Bears do? Do you think they should take a risk, go for it, for a run or a pass play, or do you think they should take a huge risk and give the kicker another chance for a game-winning field goal? I know he's got to redemption himself, but they should never release Robbie Gould. I guess at training camp he was doing like crap in the preseason. Now it's bite him behind the Bears. I saw some people on social media, oh, they should never trade him. They never trade him. They released him because I remember he got released, and then before you know it, the New York Giants signed him for a 1-year contract. And after that, when that 1-year contract expired, the San Francisco 49ers signed him. I don't know how long he's been already. I think, 3 years? Maybe he's going to retire. If he retires, hopefully he goes in the Hall of Fame as the Bear, because he's the longest field goal kicker as the Bears. I don't know about the all-time record for the NFL, but for the Bears, yes, he's the best kicker. And he's a former soccer player, I think. So that wraps it up. I'm so glad the Bears won. Everything is clicking except the field goal kicker. And let's see what happens this Sunday night. A biggest test for the Bears. Detroit is really nothing. Minnesota is a bigger factor in Detroit and Green Bay, from my point of view. So the season's almost over. Man, I'm going to be very sad when football season's over for NFL and college football. I'm glad that Notre Dame won. That's my favorite college team, and the Bears are my favorite pro team. So that wraps it up. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification, hit the like, and that wraps it up. Go Bears for the rest of the NFL season. Oh yeah.